Hi everybody, welcome to my channel. I'm Sailor Solitaire and this is your end of the month, February 2017 love reading. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you so much for your support, for your likes, comments, subscriptions. I think this is going to be the start of a beautiful friendship. Okay, Geminis, let's get started with your love reading for the rest of this February 2017. Okay. The card that was face up was the High Priestess card. I put it back in the deck, but just to talk about it, because I feel like I should. The High Priestess is a very spiritual card. It really represents a very calm, still energy, a way of being that is more reflective, more so than action driven. So it's very in tune with their own inner voice. But one thing that the High Priestess is really bad at is looking at their own emotions. So they're good at being in tune with the universe and with other people's intentions and feelings, but the High Priestess really can't or doesn't want to look inward at herself for whatever reason. And the High Priestess is very spiritual, but in some ways she is kind of in her own little world. She's kind of in her own bubble. And she can look outward and she can judge other people fairly easily, but at the same time she can reflect things and mirror things and help people understand themselves a little bit more. But the High Priestess, again, can't look inward. She can only look outward at the rest of the world. So whether or not you Geminis need to maybe stop looking outward and start looking inward, or whether you guys need to just be more in tune with your own emotions and listen to them rather than acting on them, I think that might be something for you to meditate or even think about. High Priestess is a great card though. It's very spiritual, very intuitive, very great energy with that card. Okay, my Geminis, my gems. Right. Okay, the first card that we have, Gemini, is the Moon. So this is representing a part of yourself that is unknown, that is mysterious. And the Moon and the High Priestess are both very spiritually focused cards. They're more to do with the unknown, the sort of dark mysteries, rather than the practical, the everyday, mundane matters. So you Geminis for this month are sort of looking inward and looking at those unconventional ways of thinking and parts of yourself that are more creative, more flowy, more original, and you're really trying to express certain parts of yourself that you didn't even know were there. So you're really doing some introspection, doing some self-reflection, and you're really trying to present a different side to yourself than what most people are used to. The Moon can be associated with Pisces energy. So there is a new moon in Pisces coming towards the end of the month, and so you could very well which is why the High Priestess might have appeared, is you might very well be attuned to the cosmic energy that's going around. The Pisces itself is a very spiritual card, a spiritual sign. So you as Geminis may be feeling the effects of that, and you might be just tuning in more to what's going on around you and to the messages that the universe is trying to tell you. What's crossing you is this Ace of Swords. So the Ace of Swords, which is a blessing from the heavens, from the universe, it's what is influencing you. And so right now, I feel like you feel blessed and you have a lot of potential in you at this time, and you're using this newfound energy, and I know that you guys can feel it. You're using that to look inward and to bring out certain parts of yourself and to explore different parts of yourself, you know, the hidden, deep, mysterious parts of your heart and of yourself. And it's a really good time for you to not only reach out into you, but to learn more about yourself and to find new ways of connecting with people, find new ways of presenting yourself to people. So you're really trying to add and build on to who you already are by searching within you and finding things that have been there all along, but that have not necessarily been brought to the surface and not expressed. So in terms of love, I feel like you do, you feel like you have a lot to give. You feel like you're ready to connect with somebody and to exchange with somebody, exchange thoughts and ideas about things that are definitely not small talk. So there's going to be really deep, powerful connections that you're making with people. And if you're in a relationship, then I feel like you're going to be bringing something new to the table, something, you're either strengthening a bond, like you're going to completely bring something fresh and new and really shape the direction that the relationship is going. And you're going to just out of nowhere surprise your partner and introduce something new, maybe in the bedroom, but maybe even just in your dynamics with that person in your actual relationship. You're going to be introducing maybe a new thought, a new idea that'll really get you guys to a new place, a new level in your relationship. So if you are in a relationship, then I feel like you guys are coming out of a dark time. This is the Six of Swords, and so the Six of Swords tells a story of sort of putting down the swords and just finding common ground, finding peace, and finding that hope, finding a way to resolve whatever it was that you were fighting for. So instead of kind of continuing to fight each other, you're putting down your swords and you're looking at what can unite you. And this is what the Ace of Swords is about as well. It's a new beginning. It's the ending of something and the beginning of something else. So these two rainbows, and they're both swords cards, and it's definitely the end of a time of hardship and the beginning of something else. And I keep saying the Ace of Swords is really a double-edged sword because there's a lot of potential there, but there is also the possibility of things going back to the way they were before, of things going back to constant arguing, or maybe not constant, but just arguing or disagreements and not seeing eye to eye. There is that potential with the Ace of Swords, but there is also you're given a new chance, a second chance, an opportunity for growth, and an opportunity to really get past things that were holding you back before. But of course, there is that potential to take, 5 steps backwards as well. And what's crossing your partner is this Three of Cups. So you finally have a Cups card in this love reading, and so this Three of Cups is representing friendship, a stable, long-lasting connection, or celebration. And with this hope energy, this kind of rainbow after the storm energy, I feel like your partner or whoever you're involved with has just gone through a major life change or life event that has to do with either someone in their family, or has to involve their home life, or somebody in their close circle of friends. And it's been very trying for you and for your relationship, but I feel like now finally they're moving past it, which is opening up doors for you to get close to them again, or for the first time. Your crowning card is the Son of Swords, and the Son of Swords, or the Knight of Swords, actually represents Gemini. So I do feel like this represents you, and to me, this is reminding you of your Gemini nature. The Sun or Knight of Swords is somebody who goes after what they want. It represents someone who's a man of action, not necessarily grace. Someone who doesn't really think about how their actions will affect other people. So it's someone who's not really concerned about tactfulness. This Knight of Swords, however, is extremely educated, very smart, intellectual, intelligent, and focused. So if you look at the card, he's got purpose. He's swooping in with a purpose. And I feel like right now is a very inspiring time for you, but I feel like you need to be aware of how you're acting and how your actions are affecting the people around you. Are you isolating yourself? Are you retreating too far into yourself that your partner, or who you really want to get to know, is feeling like they can't get anywhere near you? They might be going through something too, and you're not there for them, which might push them into the arms of somebody else. You might push them into a state of mind where they don't want love, and they'd rather just focus on friendships. With that being said, you may need to prioritize your life. I feel like you might not necessarily even want to be in a committed relationship. Geminis do get a bad rep for not really being the most devoted of the signs. And while I do feel like sometimes Geminis can want to be in a stable and meaningful relationship, for, like 8 times out of 10, Geminis would rather do their own thing, would rather be out there networking, be out there maybe even just playing the field. And I feel like for a lot of you, you guys have a lot of friends, and you're happy with that. You're okay with having a lot of different friends where you can choose how close you can get with them, and then you have, different friends for different occasions, different friends for different needs, kind of thing. And I feel like you're staying true to your Gemini nature, and you're still letting your potential grow and blossom, and you're still discovering parts of yourself, and discovering hidden qualities about yourself. And right now you can be there for somebody else, but it's looking like it's more of a friendship type of role. So whether or not that's what you want, or or not. That's what's happening. And I feel like if you do want to pursue love interests, then you would have to sacrifice a bit of your own alone time. And for those of you in a relationship, you might want to re-evaluate your relationship and see whether or not this is just a friendship, if you're just comfortable, or if you can in fact have that chemistry and that spark with this person again, because I feel like right now it's sort of lost. It's the flame, if it's still there, it's not as bright as it once was, or as it could be. So for this month, I feel like you Geminis are just introspecting. You guys are having a lot of time to yourself, or if not to yourself, then there's just a focus more outside of love. So maybe on your career, maybe on your just networking skills, or your the community around you. And I don't feel like you're necessarily focusing on love, but I do feel like if you do have somebody you're romantically involved with, then they may have just been going through a hard time, and you can try to be there for them and reach out to them. So if you feel like or if you haven't talked to them in a while, then I recommend reaching out to them this month and reconnecting with them, and just being there for them as you would expect them to be for you. If you like this reading, please comment, subscribe, give it a thumbs up, and I hope to see you guys for your general reading in March. Thank you so much.